It's always a party at Patchworks. Let's get this party started. Woot, woot. Hi, everyone. This is Julie from Patchworks, and I am so excited that you're joining us for another Must Sew TV tonight here at Patchworks. Oh, this is so exciting. I know I am up against a Packer game tonight. But I know not all of you are sports enthusiasts, as well as many of you often watch us at different times anyhow. So we thought, why not? Let's just go ahead and be bold and keep our 7 p.m. time slot on our Thursday evening. We have been, oh my goodness, we got so much fabric this week. Actually, we got so much fabric even like yesterday and today. It is so exciting. And so Heidi and I have been busy prepping all the fabric to be able to show you all the amazing stuff. And I know you are going to be really thrilled with everything that we have to show you. So Frank is here in the studio with me, and he'll be helping us as needed and helping us switch the cameras. I'm going to do my best to keep my eye on the comments here. Make sure to like and share, and if someone can share it to the Facebook or our Patchworks party, if that hasn't happened already, that'd be fabulous. And we'll just get started with some amazing fabric. Woot, woot. All right, so Frank, let's take a peek overhead, and we are going to look at the bundle of the week. So our bundle of the week that we have today is this really fun, eclectic collection. And if this is your first time watching, our bundle of the week is 12 fat quarters. We like to do things with fat stacks. That's what we call our collections of 12 fat quarters. And usually they have a theme. And today, or not today, but I was inspired by this piece of fabric. This was my inspiration because I didn't understand why we still had this piece of fabric in the store. You know, sometimes that happens, that I'm just like, I just love it. And so as I was looking at different pieces of fabric to go with it, I just thought I would do a whole story on this corally, reddish, peachy story because, well, it's just fun. And it's on trend, and it goes with a lot of the things that I've shown you, as well as additional things that I'm going to show you tonight. So let me give you the link for that. It's on the front page of our website where we put our bundles of the week. And keep in mind, all of the previous bundles of the week are there until they are sold out. So fat stacks are normally $39. Bundles of the week, $24.99. Super exciting, super limited edition, and you're going to get it nowhere else but at Patchworks. Dun, dun, dun. So here we go. Beautiful Autumn Glow Inspiration is the bundle of the week for September 28th, 2023. All right, so I promised you that it was going to go with some of the fabric that I wanted to show you. And if we look behind me, tonight I don't happen to have a quilt behind me. I happen to have a couple panels hanging that we're going to talk about just because, well, I don't have them made up, but I wanted you to see it. And, well, it kind of also matches my shirt. What do you think? I kind of go with it. What do you think? So this collection here, this is called Fresh Baked, and it is a collection from P&B Fabrics, which is one of the longtime fabric companies that we work with. We mostly have their white on white fabrics and some of their other basics, but we occasionally get in one of their fabric lines, and this one I thought was so cool. I'll show you the fabrics, and it also has this apron panel, which is super fun. So I was going to ask Frank, but I don't necessarily know that Frank's the correct person to be asking this question. I was going to say, What styling is this fabric? Is this like mid-century modern? I think that's what they call it, mid-century modern. Like, I think that's 1960s-ish. I think, I don't know. Let me know in the comments if that is indeed the proper genre for this fabric. So Frank, let's look overhead at the Fresh Baked. And let me put up the proper caption here. Fresh Baked. All right. Oh, and I'm so happy that Deb was able to find her people. Yay! We're her people. You're all her people too. It's just so awesome when people come into the store and they're like, my people. It makes my day to see all of your smiling faces. So this here, there's 13 pieces in this collection. And let me also grab the collection link for you called Fresh Baked. All right, there's the link for it. And this here, there's a piece that's called the Patches. And with this collection, you could do things for the kitchen, right? Could be great. So, give me some sugar. I sugarcoat everything. Life is short, make it sweet. Super fun, super fun. So I love, love, love this. And as I was saying, I think it really goes with our bundle of the week with these colors, kind of an eclectic mix. So when you get the fat quarter tower of this one here, you'll just want to add on our bundle of the week so that you can just mix and match and have a lot of fun. I mean, look at this. It's perfect. Oh, okay. I digress. All right, so what can you do with this beautiful collection? I had shared before that we have this great panel that you can make a fun and frilly apron. I don't know if you can see that little image there. So this part here would be gathered to make, you know, your gathered apron. And then this part here would be the top here. But I could also see that this would be really great for being a motif, for being the center of a longer table runner. And then you could even use these pieces instead of being the straps. You could use this as your binding strips, okay? So a couple different options. You know, you could make a fun little table mat here. You could make the apron as intended. You could make a fun pillow to, or if you had wanted to make a chair cushion, that could be really fun as well, so that it's all together. So it's called a craft panel. The intended purpose as designed was to make an apron, but of course you could do something else creative with it. The patterns, there are 3 amazing patterns that go along with this collection that are free and downloadable from the P&B website. So let me just grab you those links, and then I'm going to share with you the images of what these look like. So first up, I probably should share my screen here. Share screen. And let's look here at this table runner. There's so many. Okay, this one here. Perfect. Let's come over here. Da-da-da. Share. All right, so this one here, this is kind of a tiered cake. So that's a little bit more elaborate of a table runner. I don't know, I looked behind, of a table runner rather than just taking that and framing it out. This here is the pattern for this one. That is the table runner, and I'm just saying it's like a cake stand kind of one. Then we have placemats, and these placemats are super simple. I'm going to change out here, this one here. Okay, so you can see that this placemat design has 4 very simple placemats. Could also use this as a basis for a pillow sham if you had put a backing on it. Let me grab that link for you as well. And I know they have really long names, but pretty simple if you just copy and paste it. The other thing, if you did go to the PNB website, it's in their free project area. And then last but not least, there is a very simple table runner that is this rectangular one that matches the placemats that I just showed you. And that one is right here. So really, really fun and easy and nice, and the collection is on the front page of our website. So what do you think? Did we have any votes? Is mid-century modern the proper term for this styling? I don't know. It seems Jetsons-like to me, you know. With this guy right here, very retro. So pretty fun, and that is the Fresh Baked by Janelle Penner. Next up, oh, and Linda said Susie's super simple table runner. Yes, and for those of you who are newer to watching us, it's something you can come into the store and ask us. I'm sure we have that pattern in the file cabinet that we can bring out. And thank you so much, Linda, for sharing that, because I think it is time for a resurgence of that. And thank you as well for reminding us that we have some other pattern inspiration, even though they haven't been made up for that Heidi and I were thinking about, or maybe just Heidi was thinking about today. And so we were talking about the In the Mix by Annie's. And Karen, we absolutely have yardage of this. So it is on the bolt, and we actually placed it rather than being in the novelty section. From a color perspective, I thought it went really, really well with a lot of the modern prints, like that Art Gallery and Ruby Star. So we went ahead and we made sure that we put it just right there in the front of the store. So In the Mix would be a great use, which would be a cover for your mixer. And in this particular pattern, by Annie has included sizes, let's see here, for the small, medium, and large size mixers to be able to adjust for that. So that is really nice. And then we also were going to share the Grab Some Grub, which is, well, just a lunch bag, a really nice lunch bag pattern. And this is a 2.0 version of that. Both of these patterns do include that add-on tutorial, which is super amazing. So that's great. And is Frank, no, it's not there. You can't find it. That's all right. So I wasn't looking for you to look at it for it. So it's okay. All right. So Frank was trying to find the pattern for that we have printed out. So don't worry, we'll figure out how to get it printed for in the store. It's not a download, and we should make it up soon. I also wanted to share with you something we don't talk about a lot, but this is in the other, like I would say, our alternate substrate area. So the area that our bag making section, where we have the linens, and we have some canvases there, and we have all the zippers and the by Annie patterns. We also have a product called PUL, and PUL is, well, I mean, for a lack of a better way of saying it, it's like your rubber diaper material, okay? And so this is a treated knit fabric, so it is waterproof or water resistant, let's say. And the reason why I'm qualifying it is because once you stitch through it, well, wherever there's a hole, of course, it can let liquid go through. So this is something awesome to use on the inside of your lunch bags. I don't know that it's particularly food safe, so you still would want a food safe wrapper or such around your food, but using this on the inside of lunch bags or cosmetic bags, or if you are going to make bathing suit, wet bags type of thing, this is just really, really great for the inside of that. And it comes 58 inches wide. It is 1330 by the yard. It may or may not be on our website. I'll have to check afterwards. But we have it in store. We only have it in white. It used to be available in a few other colors, but really because it's a very utility-oriented fabric, also great for changing pads, we just have the white. All right. And yes, Sherry, thank you. The diaper changing pad. I think you were typing it right as I was thinking it, and so thank you for beaming it into my brain because I need all the help I can get. I don't have coffee tonight. What? No coffee? Ah! All right, so, and oh, Kathy wanted to share that she made the mix cover and she loves it. She also made a matching cover for her toaster. So that's super cool. So, you know, you could just have everything all covered, and you could have one for your coffee maker and one for your toaster oven and one for your blender. I was going to say osterizer. Remember when we used to call blenders osterizers? Or maybe that was just me. I don't know. All right, so that is Fresh Baked. All good discussion. So what other fabric do I have to share with you? So much. I'm going to stay in the same kind of color story. So even though it's really kind of a different theme, we got in Juniper by Sharon Holland for Art Gallery Fabrics. And let me grab that link for you right away. That is right here. Okay, so this one here is really nice. It is a little bit more of a winter theme. And let me see here if I have a artist statement with it. I don't have an artist statement to share with you. Let's look overhead at the fabric. So we have cardinal in juniper berries, and we have a scenic here, a farm scenic, wreath, text, sweet little fawns eating, stylized snowflakes, interpreted quilt blocks or hashtags, stripe, flower, juniper berries and flowers. This ticking stripe is really cool, and that sagey color is so cool. I think I like this one, but I like the darker one better. I don't know. They're both beautiful. All right, so this collection here, this has 18 fabrics in it. We have the Fat Quarter Tower. We'd be more than happy to make half-yard towers of this, or maybe we already do, I'm not quite sure. And we also have this all available on the Bolt, okay? This is currently on the sales floor already. It is in the center strip of the store where we have our Art Gallery, Ruby Star, and other contemporary fabrics, as well as the Fresh Baked. Now, remember I had shared that the bundle of the week that we had made, I thought kind of coordinated with some of the stuff that we had going on. So we're just going to take a peek back overhead to be able to share how I think this kind of coordinates. So, you know, this orange is a little bit different, but if we look just at these sagey guys or at the white, I see how this really could kind of flow in there too, right? And like this one here with these cute little faces, this amber here is right there. It's just very useful. It's a very useful pack. And I mean, who doesn't need these glasses? Oy, oy. Frank's laughing at me. I just love this pair of, like eyeglass cases. I just love it. Okay. So that is, the bottom part is juniper. Now with the juniper, I do have some pattern inspiration for you today. We have, let me see if I can share this with you. We have a pattern from Art Gallery. It's called Humming Windmills, and it uses the collection. We'd be more than happy to kit it for you if you were interested in this. And Art Gallery Fabrics also is putting together a lookbook that they'll be sharing on their social media either this week or next week to give you some additional information on this beautiful, beautiful fabric line that we just received in store. So that is the download for the free pattern from Art Gallery Fabrics. All right. Oh, I'm glad that I have all of you agreeing with me that this glasses fabric is amazing because, well, it is. And I'm just going to, have you all wanting all of it just because it's awesome. So this is the juniper line. This is a wintry themed kind of fabric line. We really have received in most, if not all, of our holiday fabric at this point, holiday and winter. So you will want to be stopping in and getting it sooner than later or shopping online to do that because, well, it doesn't last forever, and I want to make sure that you still have a really great pick of what is available from our collections. All right, what to show you next, because like there's just other good stuff. So this one here, this one is super fun, and it is, which one is it? It is Space Dies. So Space Dies, you would think is like outer space and novelty, but it's not. It's this really, really cool new substrate fabric or alternate substrate fabric, like a cross weave, a woven, like a shot cotton. Let's look overhead. I'm not sure that you can see all of the amazingness. Yes, that's a word, amazingness of this collection. So it's from Figo Fabric. It has a really nice hand to it. It probably would be fabulous in garment making if you were a garment maker. We have all 16, I can't read the number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I think someone commented in the comments that they just got new glasses. I need new glasses too. So we're in good company here, and I probably should get new glasses sooner than later. But, then we're just admitting that, like, our eyes are failing, right? So it's always hard. It's a struggle. The struggle is real. All right. So, and Lori says, I think this means I need to stop in the oh, yes, you need to stop in for that glasses fabric. Indeed. All right. So look at this range. Isn't this amazing? So you can see it with some of these colors here. So I don't know if it's like, I don't know if you'd call it like an icot. No, I mean, I think that's different. But I mean, this could be very kafie. This could be, and I think I'm just making a new word. This could be kafie. So super beautiful. We have kind of a very soft rainbow here. And then we also have some neutrals. And this we have, it's actually pretty cool. We have a bonus from Figo on these fabrics. So what we're doing is that we have a limited number of space dye, what they're calling microchips, or in other worlds would be candies or mini charms, the 2.5-inch squares. And for everyone who places an order of space dye tonight, you will get a microchip pack of these super cute little fabrics. Hoo, hoo, hoo. So that is a $5 value, which is super, super awesome. And what can you do with it? Well, there is this really cool pattern that I'm going to share with you. And that is, it's a free and downloadable pattern. That I'll get you the link for. So this would be fun to make with any 2.5-inch square. So this one is called Lucky Star, and Lucky Star is appropriate for a confident beginner to make, and it finishes 20 by 20. So super fun, super cool. You would need some extra background fabric and binding in order to round out your quilt, but that's super fun. The other pattern that is available as free and downloadable from the manufacturer is this one right here, and this one is called Steps Table Runner. Let me make sure you can see that, Steps Table Runner. So the space dye microchips, anything left over after our evening will be available for sale. Yes, so if we have any left, which highly probably we will, but it is not on the website right now, so it would have to be something that would be available in store effective tomorrow. Let me just get you this free pattern here. Dun, dun, dun. All right, so that is super fun. They're also on the Figo website, so that's figofabrics.com, are a combination of other different project inspirations of how you might want to use these patterns or these fabrics. We don't have any of those patterns. If you were interested in any of them, let us know, because we'd be more than happy to get them for you. And so I could probably show them to you. That could be a good thing, rather than just tease you with them, right? And I had the pictures, so I lost the page, so maybe that wasn't such a good idea. So we will just talk about the next fabric line. And Deb wants to know, how much do we need for the table runner? Oh, good question. That's an excellent question. So it is, they ask for 1/8 of a yard. So you'll want 1/4 yards, and I don't know. It probably would be yardage rather, so if you did 1/4 yards versus getting the fat quarter bundle, or you could go ahead and get the 1/2 yard bundle. And if you just love the fabric because it's so super yummy, for your background, you do need a 1/2 yard of that for your background. The finished size is 16 by 63. In reality, that fat quarter bundle probably would work, but the way that they're having you construct it is sewing strips together with the fabric, cutting it, and then assembling. So if you modify the instructions because you looked at it, that fat quarter bundle would probably work just fine now that we're talking about it. Fat quarter bundle and then a ½ yard of the background. All right, excellent question. So that is super fun, and I can't wait to see the projects that you have out of this. And it's, yes, super soft and super silky. And I absolutely would wear this. It has a really nice drape to it. So the fat quarter tower is $52. Next up, we have a little bit more traditional fabric, but kind of flowing in a muted sort of flow, is Chateau de Chantilly. So that came this afternoon, and I know we have a few people on the call list that we will absolutely contact first thing tomorrow. It is a French General line that is reminiscent of their debut line of Runieri's. And for those of you that have been shopping with us for a long time, you know we were into French General big when they had come out, probably 2010 with Runieri's. And it is so exciting to see this fabric line come out that really is in the same flavor as their original line. So if you weren't able to take advantage of that original line, you can pick up all the new fabrics. But if you have a little bit of stash left over from there, this will complement it, and then you'll be able to finish, or because fabric makes babies and you need to do different things, you can grab that. So let me grab this link for you, and then we're going to look at the fabric because it is pretty. So I don't have the picture of the fat quarter or ½ yard bundle yet, even though it is listed on the website at this point, because we literally were cutting down to the wire in order to be able to share that with you. I'm going to grab my stack over from the table, and then in no particular order. So we'll look at it again next week, just because, we got to look at it in a more coordinated way. But I literally have a stack of fabric that I'm just going to fold through so that we can appreciate all the beautiful print that we have here. So Frank, let's look overhead. So this is very traditional, and it is a beautiful cream with a taupey caramel. These are great small prints. You have kind of that wallpaper stripe here, great for borders. Goes into this deep cherry red. And we'll look a little bit at Carrie, who is the designer, her little talk about this. And we did get in the French General solids that go along with it, and I believe there's one new color in there as well. There are 39 pieces in this collection that I'm sharing with you. It's not holiday, though you absolutely could throw some of these reds into holiday world. I also, because Moda goes with Moda, I could see throwing in some Lisa Bonjean's Joyful Gathering green in here if you wanted to turn it into a holiday story. Look at this, so great. And then this one here, this cream with the gold and this gray here, this could totally play with even basic gray, little black dress, don't you think? And some grunge. And then we have the more muted rosy mauve. I'm just giving it names. That's not their name. But this caramel tone here, it's much richer in real life than what it's appearing on screen here. Look at this one. Oh, super pretty. I'm gonna run out of space here. So we just have this particular stack, cut off the bolts in no particular order, just because we wanted to make sure we could show it to you tonight. And this is a great cream here. Could work with it or just separate. Couple more pieces, then I'm going to flip through just one more. Okay, so here we go. So this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful fabric collection here. We have it on our website. We do also have all of the pre-cuts in stock. And so the pre-cuts that we have are the 10-inch squares, the jelly rolls, the mini charms, and the charm packs. So we'll talk a little bit more about this next week when we meet, but as I said, I just wanted to make sure that you saw that we have it in store, because I know so many of you were waiting on this particular collection. So I popped up the story from that appeared in my buyer's catalog about this particular line, and I'm going to share that with you. They call it the swatch pages, and it's really kind of cool that if there's ever a collection that you really, really love from Moda, you can go onto their website, and then in the fabric download section, you can click on the part that says swatch page, and then you can read the artist's statement, see some patterns that were paired with them when they showed us the collection, as well as see little scraps of the collection. So let me share this with you. And share screen. Technology is so amazing when it works here. So you can see right here that we have, so she mixes new with old, and she derives inspiration from French textiles from the 1800s and the 1900s. One of the things that she does like to do is incorporate embroidery with her projects. And she also likes to pair different trims with things. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful collection here. Let us know if you were interested in us getting any of these different patterns. We'd be more than happy to get them in. And I think I'm going to have to dig up my quilt that I have in my own personal collection that features this fabric, because, well, you'll just have to see and appreciate it. Now, the thing that I also thought would be super, super fun to do with this collection is we're going to start talking in October about the Chatsworth block of the month that we're going to be doing in 2024. And while this one was not an official offering for it, I thought it would be super fun in order to, it's super fun to make Doug Laco's quilt with this fabric. I think it would be super, super cool. So I don't have those patterns yet, but if you wanted to do a choose your own adventure with this one, go ahead and nab that half yard pack, because he asks for third yards, I think 3rd and 3/8 of yards for a lot of the different fabrics in order to make the quilt, and then there's bonus projects that go along with it. So if you love, love, love this, I think that would be an excellent, excellent option, and then you could have something that's different from anybody else's. But as I said, we'll be talking a little bit more about that in October, about our pre-sign-ups and that sort of thing. But just know that we indeed are doing a Chatsworth block of the month. All right. So lots of pretty, pretty fabric. And so, as I said, that's on the website, and the half yard and fat quarter towers right now, just our say image to be added, because all of the fabric is just in a beautiful pile on our cutting table. And so I'm not sure, depending on how tomorrow goes, if we're going to be able to add that picture, but just know it really is the real deal, and those are the towers that we make here. All right, so what else do I have to show you today? Well, I have a very, very different fabric collection. I posted it on our social media as a little standalone, and I will grab that for you. Answering a question here for Kathy. She wants to know, which of Doug's patterns will we be using for the block of the month? It's a brand new pattern that has not come back from the printer yet, and it's actually a pattern book. It's called Chatsworth, and I think one of his stores, which happens to be, since he's a fabric rep, one of his stores in northern Wisconsin might have done a test run of the pattern as a demo block of the month kind of currently, but we'll be doing it officially along with the rest of the world, with not only the two different colorways that he showed, one of them being bluish by Zen Chic, and the other one, I can't recall the name, but it's the Fancy That Design House Next line that will be, I believe, December. So November, December. So we'll be making sure I have all of my talking points for that to be able to do it. And we also will be using his foundation paper for some compound flying geese for that, which is super cool. All right, so this next fabric that I'm going to be showing you is BioGeo 3. So BioGeo 3 is a new fabric line from Adrienne Lieben, and she designs for Free Spirit Fabrics. Let me put the link in the chat here. Okay, and this is like wild, wild fabric. So we had BioGeo 2, and the large prints like sold out just like that. So because it's an interesting nature fabric, we didn't put together fat quarter bundles. Let me know if you need us to cut up any custom cuts for you. So the focus piece here, this is 1 yard, and it's kind of like a Zen Tangles or Zen Doodle, or where you just, so it's super cool, and some of the pieces colored in. Look at that, isn't that awesome? I think it's just super fun. To be able to leave it whole, use it as a back. One of the things with the previous lines, so I'll show you a project from BioGeo 2, but let's take a peek at some of the other color tonals that go along with it. So Frank, let's look overhead. So there are some tonals with this line. So here's black and white. This is the same scale. We'll look at this opened up. Super pretty. And then there's also this white on white, which is just stunning. And then we have 3 multicolor that we're going to open up and look at on the side. But there is just this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12, which is the perfect number for a fat stack, but because of how these patterns are, specifically this one and these, we didn't want to go ahead and cut them into fat quarter packs. And Judy said, oh, that would be super fun to use as a 1 block wonder, and that could be super fun. All right, so let us look at those 3 pull-out pieces. So interesting. So these are half-yard cuts of the multicolor pieces. Now, last time we got BioGeo 2, these went fast. I mean, like lickety-split fast. So you are going to want to hop in, hop online, however you had wanted to. That would be super fun. Oh, and Karen wants to know, what is a one-block wonder? Oh, goodness. A kaleidoscope quilt. Do we have the mirror, Frank, in the thing? I think I could even show you. So one of the things that you can do is you can take a very interesting piece of fabric that has a 24-inch repeat, and you cut either triangles or squares or other shapes that you then put into a single shape block, and you, depending on how many shapes are in, so like if you're doing a kaleidoscope with 4, you would take 4 layers and cut it identically. It's a whole different theory of doing things, but let's just take a peek at, I don't know if we can see this, so we'll just try. This is kind of crazy, but Frank, let's look overhead. Okay, so here's a mirror, and if you've ever seen these design mirrors, you could use them for, you space it based on how many wedges you're cutting, okay? So, like we could place it right here, okay, like this, and let's see if you can kind of see it. Okay, so not really, but you can kind of get the gist of it, Karen, all right, how that would look, that you take these wedges and then it repeats all the way around. So there's a couple different tricks to it, and we'd be more than happy if you're interested in ever making a one-block wonder or a stack and whack or a kaleidoscope quilt, and share with you some tips and tricks of how to find interesting fabric in order to put these combinations together. And if you ever want to see some gallery quality art quilts displaying this, we have a dear customer who has a whole site dedicated to this, and let me just type that in, bruceseeds.com. He takes this concept to like a whole nother level, and it's just fun playing around on his site. So bruceseeds.com is a really fun site to visit, and I believe that is for sure the site. Let me just quadruple check before all of a sudden I'm sending you to a different spot. Yep, Bruce Seed Quilts. So he has some really amazing different things, and I am honored to know him and have had the honor of quilting some of his quilts over the years, as well as helping him select some fabric. So you can just see how amazing you can do things with one piece of fabric. All right, so that is fun. And thanks, Karen, for asking. We just get all sorts of great information with these interactive sessions, don't you think? All right, so that is the BioGeo 3. Now, I promised you I would share with you something that we had made, well, not we, but that Jackie, who makes a lot of the samples or shares a lot of the samples that we have in the store for the By Annie things, and she had made this sidekick. So the sidekick, there's a few different things that you can use the sidekick for, but this is one of those newer designed ones that came out last year that you can use on a walker, or you could use it as a bag, okay? But this is a really great walker bag that's is stable and holds things securely. There's even a little zipper in here. that is a safe way of carrying different things. So this is just a brilliant use of the style of fabric. And so many people come in saying, ooh, they want that fabric. We don't have this fabric any longer, but we now have BioGeo 3. All right, so that is that new collection. Let me just double check that I've shown you all of the new collections here. I showed you Chateau de Chantilly, Fresh Baked, Juniper, BioGeo, Space Dye. Yes, so we covered all of the brand new fabric lines, which is awesome. So we're just going to talk about a few other fun things that we have. First, I wanted to just circle back to talk about the Chatsworth Block of the Month, and the other fabric line that we are going to be featuring for sure as in the Block of the Month is the Woodland and Wildflowers. That is the Fancy That Design House. And the current Fancy That Design House, which is our awesome local designer, Stephanie Slewinski, and this is the Dawn on the Prairie. And so we still have a really great selection of Dawn on the Prairie in, and the Woodland and Wildflowers will complement this line, which is super fun. And I just had that panel up to remind me to talk about the collection if you were interested in it. And I also saw that she started posting about her Christmas fabric for 2024. Oh my goodness. So we have plenty of her 2023 Christmas fabric in stock. We have the Dawn on the Prairie collection. We are going to be featuring her Woodland and Wildflowers in on the Chatsworth Block of the Month, and we'll be talking a little bit more about that, but that's going to be a super fun thing that we'll be doing in 2024. All right, so so thank you, Frank, for looking that up while we were chatting here. And then I wanted to also talk to you about two fabric lines that are kind of in the news, or maybe that was one of them that was in the news. So the second one that is in the news is Lighthearted by Camille Ross Kelly. So Lighthearted by Camille Ross Kelly, beautiful, beautiful fabric line. We do have the whole collection in store, as well as the pre-cuts. And this is going to be used for the Stitch Pink effort that I believe Fat Quarter Shop is, or maybe it's just Camille, I'm not sure, but it is being used for that. And I just wanted to let you know, if you were looking for the fabric, we do have the whole collection here for you if you wanted to pick that up before the online quilt-along starts October 1st. So there are so many amazing quilt-alongs that is one that we're not specifically participating in. I just wanted to let you know that we do have the support fabrics for that. So we have that quarter tower, and of course, if you needed to be hooked up with the half yard stack, well, we got you covered. So that is there. So in that particular collection, I probably should share with you here so that you can see both of those. Lighthearted. Did it ever make it to the front page of our website? Oh my goodness. Well, that could be a problem. That could be a reason why no one knows it's here. Huh. I bet you that is why no one knows it is here. You know, sometimes this happens. So I'm so happy we had this discussion today. Don't you think? I think that's an excellent thing. So I'm going to pull it from a different section on the website. Oh my goodness, but that's totally why you don't know it's here. Huh. Good to know. And if any of you ever see that I don't have this that I missed that or something, always feel free to let me know and just say, hey, Julie, you missed that. I never take offense to that because it takes a village. It takes a village to keep this place running. All right. And then, so I'll make sure to get that on the front page of the website, up in the little circles. And then I do want to share with you one that is there, and that is the Dawn on the Prairie, which is, they've been keep on adding different pieces, which is really amazing because there had been a little hiccup with that order. So we did end up getting that whole collection. Oh yes, and Deb says, it takes your people. Yes, it takes all of the people. So thank you so much for keeping me on track. All right. That's our show tonight. We have, oh, and you know what? I bet this works with that too. Huh, look at that. Look at that, the eyeglasses. The eyeglasses, oh, wouldn't that be funny? Doing Hello Sunshine with a backing of the eyeglasses? I think it would. All right, enough with the eyeglasses. So, Frank thinks I'm a little crazy, and I really haven't had too much. I've had not enough coffee today. Thank you so much for joining us today. I do also want to share one last crazy little piece of housekeeping. There's a little bit of road construction in Elm Grove, but there's road construction everywhere. So as of Wednesday, coming in from the eastbound, Watertown Plank Road is cut off at 124th Street. So there's really delightful signs that have you turn right and then take a left, go through the residential area and then come. Or you can come from the west. I do know that if you come from the west, you do have the construction on Blue Mound and the construction on Moreland. There's kind of construction everywhere, so I'm not sure. We always offer the availability to be able to ship to you if getting here is too big of a challenge with all the crazy construction going on. And I did want to also offer that no matter whether it is construction season or not, if you had wanted to match something and you're not comfortable driving here, we would be more than happy to receive snail mail from you with the swatches of fabric to be able to help color match. Because I know when you're trying to complete something, you know, you don't want to just go off the little chips that are showing on your monitor. So we are more than happy, like seriously, more than happy to be able to assist you from afar if you're not able to head on in here given the current traffic circumstance. Also, we are delighted to be hosting Bus Hop this Saturday. So we have all of our available Quilty staff as well as some extras to be able to assist us processing all the people this weekend coming through. If you're planning on shopping this weekend, just know that the buses aren't going to be here the whole time. So hop on through because we would love to be able to help you shop. And we have the people on staff to be able to help you cut and pick fabrics and all those sorts of things. All right. Then, and I see your note, Deb, so thanks so much. So thank you everyone for joining us. We're open Tuesday through Saturday in store. That's also the days that we ship. Online 24/7. Any questions, message me here, email me, julie@patchworks.com, give us a buzz, or stop in. Happy quilting, and we'll see you soon.